The stuffed bat. Stalagmite. And stalactites. And then when the two come together, called a column.
I had to do an
Look at that. It's one cut in half. That's cool.
I've done nothing but following around the place.
Was that 15? Calling you someone?
9, 10, 11,
There should be a
12.
deer back
I got 12. How many you got? Oh, 14, sorry. Where's the answer?
Yeah, yeah. Say that again. Red touch, yellow chillafella. Okay, something like that. And it's
Canebrake. It's red and yellow kills a fella. Red and black, Jack will come back.
That's it.
Yeah. Red and yellow touch each other is the quarrel.
So wait, say yours again. Red
Red-
and yellow
Kills a fella.
kills a fella. Okay.
And red and black, Jack will come back.
Okay.
So,
How the red and the black are next to each other?
Yeah.
well, that one, the red and black are together. And that's a coral snake because it's red and yellow.
That one's gonna kill you,
Yep.
but not this fella, and he is a king snake.
King snakes eats all the others.
Ah.
Ooh. Cave salamanders, bats, wood rat, salamander, cave cricket, cave crawfish. Excuse me. Did we lose your mind? Yeah. That was good. Huh?
Be careful coming down. And if we need to, we'll move up a little closer on this side. So if we can't fit up there, if anybody needs to, you can just come around this side. We're all sitting here good, right? Alright. Be careful coming down here. Now I gotta ask, how's everybody feeling? Good, good? Alright. Well, might as well go ahead and let you know that if you feel uncomfortable at any moment or you need to be let out, you can let me know and I can lead you to an emergency exit. Everybody heard that, right?
Yes.
Alright, good, gotta make sure. So this room has a pretty clever, intricate name. Might be kind of hard to think on. Anybody want to take a guess at what maybe the name of this room is?
The beginning room.
The beginning room is a pretty good name for the room. Any other ones? Well, I named it the entrance room. Now here in the entrance room, I bring you down here to give you a little bit of history on the caverns. Now, a long time ago, if you look right here, we have our basement. It's full of water. And a long time ago, the whole caverns was an aquifer, which is just a big body of water that's under the Earth's surface. And even longer before that, Florida was under an ocean. That ocean began to recede, it baked all the sand below it, and created what we call karst topography. That's 3 feet of topsoil, the rest of it below will be limestone. So as you walk through here, you might be able to see some interesting things along our ceilings and walls. You might see some bones, some teeth, maybe some seashells. And all you gotta do is keep your eyes peeled and look around. I'll go ahead and take you all through the first passageway. We call it our tuck and squeeze. It's 4 feet high, 2 feet wide. It's typically whenever I forgot your flash phone. So come through here, watch yourself, and watch your neck.
I'm not. Come on. A girl.
Looks like we got just about everything. So welcome to the wedding room. We call this the wedding room because of the formation that we have right here. This is our wedding cake. And over here, we typically point out the pipe organ, and where I'm standing is the altar. We actually do host weddings down here. About 2 to 3 per year. We're having one today, and we're expecting one a couple months from now. So, whenever you come down here into this room, I typically like to point out the formations to everybody. If you look right up here, we have soda straws. If you can't see these ones, we have some more of them right over here. They're much tinier. They're also the first stages to forming stalactites. And the way they form is water comes down from the topsoil, evaporates on the ceiling in a ring-like structure, and over time, as minerals continue to deposit, it creates the stalactite. Below them, we have stalagmites. And the way they form is water drips down from the ceiling or from a stalactite and deposits minerals into upwards fashion, creating the formation. And sometimes they can meet and form what we call a column, which is right here. Now it does take a very long time for something like this to occur in all the formations, because per cubic inch on each formation, it takes about 100 years to form, which is why we urge it so much for people not to touch things while they're down here. And typically, whenever people come through here, they point out one formation out a lot, so it's typically the people's favorites. I call it cave bacon. It's actually called cave draperies, and it's right here. We have some more right over here too, if you can't see the one hanging from the wall right here. A bunch of different names for it. You can name it whatever you want. But if you're curious to know how it forms just like whenever you wash your hands, which I'm hoping some of you have done. If you angle your hand correctly under running water, it'll create a wing-like structure against your wrist. That's pretty much the same way it forms here in the caverns. If you look right here, it's angled, and because of a hole or a crack, water will drip down it, continue going down the same trail, and create the formation that we have here. While we're down here, I'll always encourage questions, so if anybody has any questions at all the entire tour, you can go ahead and ask me. With that being said, does anybody have any questions? No questions? Okay. So we're going to go through this passageway right here. Make sure you watch your step, watch your head. Is everybody ready? Yeah. All right. Let's walk straight through here and be careful.
Okay. You want me to have them take you back out that way? Well. You're doing really good. You're doing really good. It's the easiest is go back up the way. So hold on just a second.
You can't see it, you can move a little bit closer if you need to. This just happened from the cavern moving alone. When the cavern moves so gradual, you can barely be able to notice it. But if you do notice it, most certainly call for work. Now in this room, I typically bring people in here to introduce them to the 3 main minerals you'll be seeing. Now, one that you've probably already seen is calcite, and it's white. It's one of the most common. It's also what the wedding cake is made out of. Right over here is manganese. This is normally a dark brown, blackish gray. Kind of looks like the number 2. Man, I hope your number 2 is not black or gray.
Oh my God.
If you look right up here, this is iron. It's normally rusty, reddish brown, pretty rare, and it comes in patches. You get lucky if you get to see it throughout the caverns. And besides that, I might as well go ahead and tell you, which you probably figured out by now, most of these rooms are being named after formations. Well, this room was not actually called the fractured room a long time ago. It was called the Donald Duck room. And that's because of the formation that we have right up here. Now you're welcome to move a little bit closer if you can't see it from over there. I've been told that his head is right up here and his body's right down there. And as many times as I pointed out, at least 103 times, all I see is a bunch of rocks.
I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't tell me to stand from a different angle, it won't help. You're crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody can see it good though, right? Just making sure. So we're about to be walking through here. Last time I checked, the formation up here has a little bit of air, so if you have to extend their head, watch your head, watch your step.
I saw a piece up there, and where the ball is. Like, oh my girl. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'll say it again, man. Go. I'm sorry, y'all.
These are limestone boulders. See, these fell down from the ceiling. And some of them got stacked up and cut too.
Yes, sir. Alright. I believe that we have everybody. Nobody seems to be missing anyone. Alright. I'm going to introduce y'all to this room. We call this room the South America room. And that's because of the formation that we have right up here. Now you're welcome to walk up the same passageway I am. Don't walk that way, we don't want to create traffic jam. You just follow me up here, and I'll introduce you to the formation. This formation right here is in the shape that they've gone to South America. It's so coincidentally formed. Now, the way this happens is this is called a brimstone pool. The brimstone pool forms from water or puddle in here sitting very still, and because of that, it will evaporate quicker along the edges. And the reason it sits so still is because there's no wind or other disturbances down here to ripple the water, which gives it the chance to evaporate in the fashion that it does. And that's,
Sometimes deeper,
what's that?
does that water level go up higher sometimes?
Well, it depends on if it's raining and water happens to land inside of that pool. But other times, it'll just begin to evaporate and get smaller and smaller. Be careful as you come down here. Might be a little bit slippery.
Hold on. Yeah, they're coming back down there. They're going to be going that way. Yeah. And watch this. That's a small pool, right?
That's pretty.
In some areas, you actually have look at it. There's above the walk trail and the loop trail, you actually walk some parts of the cavern. You want to go want to continue to walk down here, and as you come down here, it's okay if you group up over here. Please be careful as you come down. I have some evidence to support you guys that Florida was under an ocean. Now, we have a numerous of scientists that come down here, like geologists, speleologists, and archaeologists. And an archaeologist had came down here and had identified a shark tooth in our seal, which is right up here. You're willing to move a little bit closer if you need to see it. I'll point it out. It kind of looks like a piece of driftwood sticking out the ceiling, but no, it is a tooth. Now, the archaeologist has identified it to be an extinct species of limit shark. If you see where my shadow's pointing, I'll be pointing out. You see it? So, my friend Fidel, he's a tour guide here that works here. He said one time while he's giving a tour down here, somebody stood on top of those rocks and tried to take the tooth off the ceiling.
Oh, no.
Don't do that. It's cemented in the rock. I'll tell you that. But he did get fined. I don't know nothing about the guy. The most I know about him, he must have been an dentist. Everybody see that tooth good?
Yeah.
All right. If you can't see it, I'll definitely point it back out again. You just let me know. I'll be standing right over here.
I'm gonna take a picture when I get up closer.
This cave's been open to the public since I was a child.
Yeah.
It's been here a long time.
I haven't came since I was like 8 years old. Oh, watch your head, guys.
No, you're good, baby.
Oh, yes, watch out for the puddle.
I'm really surprised she's looking out for the puddle. I know. No.
So
Sorry,
if you're staying
I
over
can
here,
picture
you're
the
fine.
tooth.
We're just trying to space everybody out so that way we can create some space. I'll be standing right here. I'm going to introduce everybody into this room. We call this room right here the waterfall room. And that's because of the formation that we have right in front of me. So, not only am I corny, I'm also pretty nerdy. I just want to know, have any of you watched Star Wars?
Yes.
Oh, good. Because to me, this kind of looks like Jabba the Hutt. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's not actually Jabba the Hutt. It is a flowstone formation, and the way it forms is typically from a crack in the ceiling. It has a constant flow of water, and that constant flow of water disperses minerals into the fashion that we have here. And in this room, we also have the highest concentration of seashells and pre-existing marine life right above your heads. And all you gotta do is look up to see it. You're welcome to walk around, take pictures, do what you want, but I'll be standing right over here. If anybody has questions, like I said, I always encourage them, and you can take your time while you're in here. Just give me the thumbs up when you're ready to go. I know there's some right there. It might have been from somebody down here scraping it or something. I know you can actually see sea urchins. It's not like it's like. I'm not sure if it is good. Yes, this is the fight from you.
Excuse me.
It looks like ramen noodles.
Are you liking Mr. Tristan Hill?
No.
Are you liking it?
All right, I can stand up.
Yeah, right there.
Sort of.
I like that.
So is everybody ready to continue?
Water did that. This water.
We're about to be going through this passageway right here. It's called the Enchanted
And
Pool.
if you touch it,
Careful to
it's
the
a
left,
rock. Turn
there's a
around,
couple of
look.
holes, and at the end, there's some chipped stalactites. That's where people hit their head. So as you go through there, watch your step and watch your head. Continue to follow me through here. Now, guys, you're gonna get
Yeah, this is the time being 6'6" is your disadvantage.
So
So many people ask me if it's, oh, it must be nice being talked to.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you have to keep it.
Walking through the cave, not so much. They need more rain. Last time these were all full of water. Ooh.
Okay, what were you just saying about water? It is.
I was suggesting you.
Well, normally where we walk in and out of the drive, there's just stuff like this. Nobody can touch anywhere.
But I get
No, please be careful coming down there. It might be a little bit slippery. Now going ahead and introduce everybody into this room. We call this room the Discovery Room. It's not named after a formation. It is named after its history. Because if you look right up here, we have the original entryway. Right now, it's blocked off by a sheet of metal. The caverns was founded by government surveyor Alder Shalfo in 1937 after a snowman blew through, knocking over a tree, lifting up a boulder, and revealing this entryway. It's blocked off with a sheet of metal to prevent quote-unquote free cave tours. The reason we do that is because when people came down here when they weren't supposed to, they would break formations, interfere with the environment, take animals and things like that that used to live in here outside where they're not used to, and eventually it would do plenty of harm, so we decided to block it off. But yes, right outside that sheet metal, as soon as you walk out, you'll be flat on grass. You're welcome to walk out a little more this way if you want to come and see it. Other than that, it is just a sheet metal up there. I can understand if you're not interested. Can y'all see it good back there? Alright. So if you see where I'm shining my flashlight,
Oh, I see it, yeah.
you might need to come a little bit closer, not too
That's where they had to close it off, that where people used to sleep. It's a piece of sheet metal, you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sneak in there?
Yeah, you didn't hear him, you was busy seeing it. Come on.
Yes, whatever people came down here. If you are curious about this rock here on the floor, well, I like to call it the Rock of Many Names. The reason I call it the Rock of Many Names is because when people came down here when they weren't supposed to, might not have known where they're going, but surely had something coming. So as they walked down here, they'd hit their foot there, hit their head up here, and then they'd give it a name. Now, Bob says I'm not allowed to say those names, about 4 letters long, we know where that goes. Besides that, it actually did have a purpose. It was man-made, it was set here by the CCC. They would tie a rope around it and around their waist, so that way when their lamps went off, they'd be able to find their way back, instead of having to feel along the wall of the caverns all day. So as y'all come down here, it does dip down to the right. I urge you to be careful and watch your step. Follow me right down here, and I'll lead you into the next room.
The many names.
What you hear?
Oh, yeah. Watch out, watch it, watch it, mud. This one ain't right here. I'm sorry. Get about the cave. Oh. Oh, boy. So you want to get past us?
I'm just.
Yeah, 'cause I'm in Wonderland.
That's all right.
Just let me know if you want to get past. Watch out that you don't walk through nobody's picture. Yeah, man.
Sure. I'll be careful. What's your question? Just sitting here. I'm gonna have to leave it as a mystery for now. Yeah, I'll be able to tell you here in just a second. Y'all are gonna be stumped when y'all hear me say it. Alright, so it looks like we got everybody in here. I'm gonna introduce everybody to this room. We call this room the Cathedral Room. And the reason we call it the Cathedral Room is because of the formation that we have right back here. It's apparently in the shape of a cathedral. However, it looks like two upside down ice cream cones to me. Now, at one point, or most of the time, I hear a lot of people say it looks like the Disney castle.
Yeah.
To get imagining with things in this room. I should go ahead and tell you the second name of this room. The second name of this room is the Room of Imaginations. Tour guides come through here. They point out a formation. Normally, we'll imagine something silly, maybe outrageous. And typically, the most cliche one that I see all of them point out is the Thanksgiving turkey right up there on the ceiling. Me personally, I like to play a movie for everybody. Now, I'm sure some of the younger generations, including me, probably haven't seen the movie, but have some of us seen Titanic?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to, you can move a little bit closer, and I'll play the movie for you guys today. If you look right here, this is my projector. Right here is my Titanic book prop. Now, I'm pretty sure the movie goes something like, you're going through the ocean, you know, Jack draws some girl, supposed to cover your eyes, you hit the iceberg, it starts sinking, Jack says something like, I'll never let you go, and then that's the end of the movie.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So, with that being said, I might as well tell you the real reason that I bring you into here is you might notice the temperature change.
Yes.
Should feel a little bit cooler, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you look right up here, we have a natural air vent. I'm sorry, I didn't have any sign of this.
That's all right.
Well, this natural air vent has a bunch of things that come through there, like snakes, insects, other critters, and even more commonly, bats. Even more specifically, the tricolored bat. The tricolored bat comes through there, roosts along the ceilings of our cavern, flies back out at night, it's about half its body weight, and here in Jackson County alone, they eat about 240,000 pounds per year. And I'm still getting it up. So right up here, there's one formation that we designate to allow people to touch. And as you come over here, I'll tell you why we shouldn't touch other things like that.
You don't like it. Oh, no. Oh, baby.
The famous pole. Alright, so it looks like we got it right over here. I'll go ahead and describe to you guys this formation. This formation right here, you are allowed to touch. I'm going to give some information on it. If you look right up here, it's pretty thick and also pretty sandy. Same goes for down here. And in the middle, it's a little more thin. This is typically where people land their hands and the oils on their hands get deposited. And now, because there's so many hand oils on it, it'll no longer be able to have minerals evaporate and refresh its strength, and eventually it will fall over and collapse. Which is why we urge people so often while they're down here not to touch formations and interfere with the environment. However, this one you can walk by and touch. We do have Germex in here, which explains the mysterious smell of that room. That's all
Okay.
right.
But it doesn't smell like Germex, it's wild.
Well, wait till you walk in here, you'll be coughing up Germex.
Oh.
You watch your step and watch your head.
Thanks, man. You can even video.
So the water's not
The pain. Oh, my goodness. I want to never get the pain. Watch your body. Like that, it's a pretty rough, right?
Yeah, they do rough.
Big old puddle, man.
All that people got their hands on.
Yeah.
It's starting to get so bad, I might just start telling people we don't even have drinks. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's really good. We're gonna walk right down here. Make sure you watch your step and watch out as you come down here. It's gonna be a little bit slippery, so please be careful. Walk it down here. Oh, guys, watch your
Mallory, wait a second. Wait for me.
Look, stand right there and just take some from up there. Come here, Jeremy. Take us. Okay. Careful. Go. Rail.
I know, I look hilarious.
Oh, be careful, sir. Careful, sir. Oh, you got really lucky with that save right there. You know, high five on that one, man. That was good. That was good.
Bad thing about being tall.
Yes.
Don't worry, we got head pockets in here. We're good.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to continue walking this way. Make sure you watch your step and watch your head. Continue following me through here. No, I got to jump straight into the next
That way. All right.
Emily and David, did you want to talk?
They were playing?
Way back up in there. Am I still flashing?
Yep.
This is so your mother can enjoy it.
Oh, we need a deeper shoulder.
Ooh.
You have everybody with us? I'll count on you. Come through here, watch your step, and watch your head. We'll be approaching the next room here shortly.
Okay. Be careful, it's slippery.
Yeah. I don't know, there's a paper on it, if it's a big shot, yeah.
Ooh, blood pressure.
That would be pretty cool. Oh, it would. Oh, man.
I had it stuck in it.
Let me for that. Wait a minute. You okay? Just making sure.
I'm really glad I wore these with them.
We're gonna head down right this way.
What's that? There's a puddle over here.
Here, puddle's right here, yes.
That column cracked.
You're fine. If we can, try to squeeze out just a little bit more to try and fit two of us in here. I know it's a little difficult. I'll back up some too. I'll go ahead and introduce everybody into this room. We call this room our round room. We call it the round room because a long time ago, there used to be a whirlpool in here. You can actually see the traces of the whirlpool if you look right up here. Along the top over here, you can see them. Now, geologists have estimated that the whirlpool lasted for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, roughly 2,000 to 3,000 years. And the way they got the age is, if you remember, per cubic inch for each formation is about 100 years of forming. And so they measured the approximate of most of these formations and compared them to ones outside of that ring around this area to get the approximate age of that whirlpool. Now, in this area, you can tell that most of the rocks have mounted up here. We call this the breakdown. Because that current and that whirlpool was so strong, it ripped rocks out the ceiling, made what I like to call headspace, or what is actually called solution domes, which are these big things right up here. You'll see them in the ceiling. They kind of look like pivots. There's some right over here too. You can't see them over there. Now, whenever it sucked them down, the whirlpool would suck them into the center and make the big mound that we have right here. And in this room, because this is the last room of your tour, you're welcome to walk around here, take all the time you need. I'll be standing right here to answer questions if anybody has any. And like I said, I'll be sitting right over here. You come right in here right after you go around, and I'll just be sitting right over here. Make sure you know I'm sitting right over here.
Oh, it's like this.
They're not going to be low like that.
Oh, I didn't have the flash on. Right there. Want to stand right here, honey?
No, this goes around and around.
Want to stand right there?
Yes, we're about to be going straight through.
Limbo time.
Have you been here before?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you already know the name of it?
I don't know the name of it because it's been 20 years, and then it was probably another 20 years before that when I was here before then.
So you've only been here twice?
I think it's been maybe 3 times.
3 times? Does it look any different? Or I'm sure
Oh,
after
out,
hurricane.
yeah, outside looks way different.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't work here before, then or live here, so. Y'all just come right into here. Nobody behind y'all, right?
Nope.
Okay, we'll try and move a little more this way so that way they can see too. We're about to be going through this passageway right here that we call tall man's torture, short man's revenge. So if you're tall, you gotta get back. If you're short, I guess you're lucky. And as you come through here, if you want to know where I got all my caveness, I learned it from Dwayne The Rock. As you go through here, you can wave goodbye to him, and we'll be going straight into this next room. Y'all follow me? I'll guide y'all straight towards the end.
Time to duck walk.
There's probably taller.
What do they call that dance where you gotta go under that,
Limbo.
limbo? That's what we're doing, the limbo.
I always tell people if they hit their head on the slacks, I think it's here.
That one hanging down, that's a good day for me.
That would be a bad thing for me. There wouldn't be any stalagmites left in here.
Luckily you're watching your head though, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, is that Baby Yoda? Good for you. Listen, I like the older Star Wars. When I introduced Baby Yoda, I was like, it ties into the storyline, but it doesn't feel like Star Wars.
Movie.
Do we have everybody in here?
Yeah.
If y'all need to, we do have a little bit of space over here. I know it's kind of hard to squeeze everybody in here. Alright. So as people are getting situated, I'll go ahead and say my goodbyes. My name is Hunter. I was y'all's tour guide today. Today on your Jory tour, my name is Shaggy. But as you go through here, we have some other opportunities for you to take right here. We have our trails open. And above the visitor center, we also have a museum. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's time today, laughed some, learned something. I hope y'all take care and follow me this way, and I'll guide y'all straight towards the end.
We're gonna let them go first. And so, like, oh.
No.
Oh my goodness. I can take the last breath of cool air. I know. Did you go this way? Oh, because it looks.
Take care, sir. You're welcome. You have a great day, ma'am. Great day, sir. Hope you got some good footage.
Thank you.
Take care, man.
Thank you. You have a blast.
I'm glad y'all take care.
Is it raining?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
that left is a foggy. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's not fun.
Whew. Let's see if we can find your mom.
Oh, yay. That was fun. Yeah, it's much easier if you know how to fox crouch. That is so much easier.
Yeah.